Good morning. Lone Stranger. Day 67. No. I don't know what day it is. Out doing some trail work on the Cohos, but figured I had a quiet enough spot to shoot this final video. Well, maybe not the final video, but a final summation of the trip. I'd still like to do a gear video at some point. People were kind of curious about what I was carrying. But yeah, I thought I'd take a little time, think about it, and then do a follow-up video. Because when I finished that hike, I don't know if you could tell, but I really couldn't talk. I was about to burst into tears. I didn't actually burst into tears, but when I was trying to talk, I felt like I was going to start crying. It was apparently a very emotional conclusion to a very, very long trip. That was 2 years in the making, 700 miles. No, the first year doesn't even count. I can just say that it was a 50-day, 400-mile hike. But yeah, it really started last year in June and hung over my head all winter. And then we tried again. I don't know what to tell you about the experience. Clearly, a lot of mistakes were made. Most of them last winter. The preparation phase of getting ready to go hiking never happened. I just sat around and got fat. There was a couple of winter trips, but that's not enough to keep the body in shape. So clearly, if we're going to do this again, and we may do things again, I think a little more preparation is in order. It certainly could make the trip a lot more enjoyable at the start. But yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do next. I can't tell you. I've been pondering. I mean, I was home just a couple of days, and I started thinking, maybe I could do that 1,000-miler. Maybe it is time to do the AT. It's really funny. Because I mean, yeah, I wasn't even finished cleaning my clothes and stuff. I'd only been home a couple of days when that happened. But yeah, apparently I may not be cured yet. But I would like to do it better, is what I'm saying. Whatever I decide to do, I think it would be better to do it better. this suffering and barely clinging on, I don't know. It just doesn't really seem like... It doesn't seem like that's a good plan. These squirrels are nuts. But yeah, I don't know exactly what I might decide to do next year. There's talk about going fishing, maybe some family trips, but yeah, I could be convinced to do something else really easily, it seems like. But yeah, this trip, wow, what an adventure. We made it all the way around. That's a good thing. Didn't have to call for a shuttle. Didn't have to call for an emergency ride home. No, there were several points where it seemed like maybe things were going to fall apart, but I maintained my stern attitude of, no, we're doing this. I never really felt confident, but it was simply a matter of insistence, force of will. That's what it was. There were a lot of days where it was pure force of will, that I will climb this mountain. I'm gonna eat this elephant, and yeah, that's how shit gets done. But there was certainly some lovely people we met along the way. The sandwich ladies were quite nice to us. The lady I met in Canada, we camped together for 3 nights, and she was a nice companion. We didn't hike together at all. She hiked really fast, but it was nice to have somebody to chat with that night. Canada is very empty. But no, we met nice people in Canada. The border guards were friendly. The one on the way in, he was trying to be serious, but I wouldn't let him. And the guys on the way out, they didn't make any pretense about being serious. They just started laughing as soon as they saw me because they remembered me from last year. And if you're watching, I'm not coming back next year. I did it. I don't have to do it again. But yeah, we met some nice hikers along the way. Certainly the people at the hostel are quite nice at the cabin. It's a very strange place, but a nice place to hang out. I don't know what to tell you. It was an adventure. We had a lot of fun. I'm glad we did it. I hope you had fun. I tried to show you the good parts and not show you the really bad parts. No, you have no idea how terrible the terrible parts are. Unless you're a backpacker, then maybe you could imagine. But even then, it's pretty hard to imagine how terrible the terrible parts were. But the good parts, wow. Some fantastic views out there, wow. And just the solitude, being alone for large periods of time in quiet places. Very nice. And then there was the AT. There's a lot of people. I say I'd like to hike the AT, but I don't know if I could hang out with those people for all that time. It's kind of old. Well, I think I've told you all I can tell you here. I'm not going to mention upcoming plans. We'll just let this stand alone here. But I am making plans. There's things coming up already. So, I will see you when I see you. Yeah, the boundary loop. By the way, I have talked to the people in Canada who run the Sentiers Frontaliers, and they say, as far as they know, this is the first through hike of the boundary loop. So they say that. The High Peaks Alliance says that. I think it's officially been looped for the first time. So I don't mean to brag, but yeah, I'm sure people will do it way, way better. I bet it could probably be hiked in 20 days by somebody who was going really, really fast. But that's not for me. I like to enjoy myself. I'm not interested in speed. There are so many beautiful places to camp, and that's what it's really all about, is to camp it. All right. I will see you when I see you.